I have an amazing daughter. I have an amazing set of 3 grandbabies. And the Kaufman Fund made that possible. My dad was United States Air Force, a wonderful man. He adopted me and gave me the name Novak. He was always showing his patriotism, and I just fell in love with that. My little brother, Billy, too, did, and so we both went into the Air Force. Leadership stood out in me. They just kept giving me better titles, better jobs. When I was a 3-level, I finished my 7-level CDCs that were for E7s and 8-8s. When I was in Saudi Arabia, I got deathly ill, and it was deathly ill for me. And I went to the urgent care. The med tech was incompetent. She gave me a bad IV, and at that moment, she inflicted bacteria, foreign bacteria and foreign chemical into my body. And I had lumps in my arm where the IV was. Then I was taken to Dr. Tui, oncologist, hematologist at King Fahad Air Base, and he diagnosed me right away. And he said, you have thrombophlebitis fasciitis with sympathetic reflex dystrophy. It was the same thing that people would get before ports were invented for chemo patients. I stayed in for 3 more years, and then I took advantage of the Graham-Rudman. I got out at the 10-year mark, and then I served 3 years in active reserves. And as the months and years and everything progressed, the disease just traveled through my body into my sympathetic reflex nervous system, and it's forever infected. I deal with the body constantly compensating for one side or the other. And through all of that, I've still found a lot of joy. There's so much joy. I am not bitter about a thing. Even this disease has given me full time with my child, and then I had another child. And then 5 years ago, I saw a photo of a baby in critical but stable condition. And from then I was there to meet her mother, and I just fell in love with her. I fell in love with her baby, and I just wanted to be her mom. She didn't have one. The adopted parents had passed, the foster parents had passed, and the last Marine guy who had her in foster care moved to Hawaii. So she had no one, and I couldn't imagine going through life without someone. My dad gave me him, and I wanted to give her me. I found out adult adoptions were $5,000, $10,000, even $15,000. And even if I had taken out a loan out on my home, I wouldn't have had enough. So I found the Kaufman Fund on my Google, and it said that they offered legal help. The next thing I knew, I had a lawyer calling me, inviting me to her office, and Anika and I did the paperwork, and then we had a court date. I was ear to ear grinning because I was so happy to adopt her. And I'm just so grateful to the Kaufman Fund. So, so grateful to Amy Johnson for stepping up and helping the Kaufman Fund. The love they have for us veterans, the love that all of you have for us veterans is more than I can say in words. But I am so, so grateful for the Kaufman Fund and every one of you who made it possible for me to have a daughter and 3 grandbabies.